Kit&Tully by Mocha von B. Young adult romance with chills. 18. The Blue Ball. The sun is shining. Galway in the west beckon, promising new horizons, new beginnings, or at the very least an interlude, an escape from the everyday reality. A wave of exhilaration sweeps through me, and Tully laughs as I turn up the music and wind down the window. The grim despair of Drumshanra is behind us, along with Angus's shadowy purple presence. As we make our way west, the mature spreading trees, heavy with the dark foliage of summer, give way to distorted hawthorns and stunted bushes. Meadows of cattle grazing lush grass turn into sheep nibbling on patches of sparser ground, hemmed in by the low, dry stone walls scattered across the wild landscape of the west. The air changes as we approach the Atlantic, but for once we are not buffeted by wind and rain. The sun hasn't stopped shining since the beginning of July, since the night Spike got attacked and the new guy, Tully, entered our lives. Galway, with its brightly painted houses in blues, purples and yellows, looks as colourful and bright as any Mediterranean resort. The Blue Ball is near the university and, with a capacity of 5,000, is one of the biggest venues in the city. After the bright sunlight, the interior is dark and dim. Even by day, the Blue Ball is a nighttime place. We almost collide with Mac at the door. "Hey, Mac, I can collect Baz off his train if you want," Tully offers. "I've got the car." "No!" Mac pushes his way through the door, shoving Tully aside. "The stupid bollocks can get here himself. I can't spare anyone to go running around after him. Let him pay for a taxi with his own money. He should have come with us. There's loads to be done. Get inside, the pair of you." Now I understand why Mac has been so generous with lifts and putting names on guest lists. We're the unpaid staff. As my vision adjusts, I make out figures scurrying in all directions. "Hey," Len shouts from the stage, "give me a hand to get these amps in place." "Sure." Tully makes his way down to join him. Felice and Spike are struggling with a mass of cables and extension leads. They wave when they see me. "Do you guys have any idea what you're doing?" I ask. "It doesn't matter," Spike grins. "Whatever way we do it, Mac will say it's wrong anyway." "They should have paid for a few roadies, though, for a big gig like this," Felice mutters in a whisper to me. I remember what Tully said about the band being broke, but surely an event like this should make them some money. There's a subdued murmur of excitement as Mac reappears, a lanky figure beside him. "Guess who's here?" he shouts. For an instant my heart almost stops. In the purplish light, shoulders hunched in an overcoat, despite the heat outside, the newcomer looks exactly the way I've always imagined Angus to look. But Angus isn't real. He's not. I hear the deep whisper in my ear again. Music or love? No. It can't be. "Kit, what's the matter?" Tully has concern written all over his face. "You're as white as a ghost." "Hey!" Spike is almost hopping with glee. "Do you know who that is?" Angus. My mouth is so dry the word won't come out. "Some big shot talent scout from a record studio," Felice says. Yes, I start to breathe again. That must be it. They're often hanging around at the gigs. Tully has hinted that Mac has had a few offers, but none of them are big enough to tempt him. He's waiting for the one he can't refuse. "No," Spike shakes his head, grinning from ear to ear. "Better than that. It's Mike Mara." "Really?" Tully's ears prick up. "Mike Mara? No way. How did Mac get him?" "He offered to help." "Who is Mike Mara?" I find my voice again. "Only the best sound engineer in the business," Spike says. "Yeah," Tully enthuses. "He's worked with, everyone." "So he thinks Black Death are going to be the next big thing too." Felice is already figuring it out. "Mike Mara is never wrong," Spike answers. We fall silent under the impact of his words. Sure, we believe Black Death are on the brink of massive success, but it's one thing us thinking it. It's another thing an industry insider who's worked with everyone who's anyone thinking it too. We've talked about it before, and we all agree. The talent scouts don't know shit. They just go where the crowd is. It's people like Mike Mara who actually live and dream music until it's a part of their very being. It's their opinion that counts. Baz walks in just then with Jenna. Geez, you took your time. Mac rounds on him, his face twisting into a scowl at the sight of Jenna. What's she doing here? There's something we need to tell you, Baz says. He looks extremely calm and composed, even though Mac is turning red from the neck up and his eyes are bulging at the sockets. I'm going back with Jenna. Yeah, I can see that, Mac growls. No, I mean I'm going to America with her. On the plane. On Monday. You can't be serious. I'm totally serious. But this is our moment. Mac's astonishment is genuine. Tonight is the biggest show to date. This is where it's going to happen. You can't just turn your back and walk out on that. We've been building up to this for years. It's the dream. You've been saying that all summer, Mac. Every gig is the biggest gig. Every night is the one it's going to happen. And guess what? We're still not signed and so broke we can't even afford a couple of roadies for tonight. These things don't happen overnight, Mac seeds. You have to play the long game. That's great, coming from someone who boozes and smokes away every bit that does come in. You're so busy impressing the girls you ignore any useful contacts we make. You know what your problem is. You're afraid. You're too afraid of failure to take a chance on success. Get the fuck out of here, that pair of you. Mac picks up a mic and hurls it at Baz, who ducks out of the way. Hey, Mike Mara steps forward. Take it easy. Mike Mara? Baz looks at Mac in confusion. What's he doing here? Just get the fuck out of my sight. Mac sounds tired as he turns away. None of us know where to look. Mike murmurs something to Baz and Jenna and they slip out of the building in a deathly silence. The only sound is Jenna's muffled tears. Part of me wants to go after them, say something to Jenna, wish them well at least, but my feet are frozen to the ground and I can't move. You! Mac grabs Tully by the shoulders. You're on tonight. Jesus, Tully turns pale. You're the only one who can do it, Mac says. You know the songs, you know the routine. You'd better not screw it up. But that's exactly what Tully is afraid of, and I understand his hesitation. He's never been live on stage in his life. With Mac glowering at him the whole way through, how can it not go wrong? What the fuck are you? Mac yells, pushing him backwards so he almost falls off the stage. A man or a mouse? You have to do it, I whisper when he comes stumbling over to me. Do you really think so? Yes. I'm not sure if I can. Mike Mara is watching me, making my skin creep, but I ignore him. This is too important. When will you ever get a chance like this again, Tully? You can't turn Mac down. He needs you. Now. Tonight. And he's right. You can do this.